Good afternoon, my friends. DRBMiller here. How's everybody doing? Welcome to our Elder Scrolls Worlds. We are carrying on with our adventure, and today we are also going to be doing our first baby stream of Gears of War 5 here on my channel. The reason for that is quite simple. If you were, I hope you were, watching the weekly industry news recap earlier, I'm streaming it on Mixer every single week, so it is certainly available for everyone. Really, you can watch it either live on Friday or Saturday, or you can revisit through video on demand VOD on Mixer on my YouTube channel. And I talked a bit about everything that is offered through Xbox Live Gold for this weekend. These are the freebies, and every week we get a couple, usually about 3 games, and this week we are having a few more. So let me just dig up my list. One of those games, of course, is Elder Scrolls Online, and we were playing this game already last week, as it was left for all of us to enjoy free of charge. I have it both as a physical product. I have it on my PS4 and here on Xbox One, but also, I can access it through Xbox Game Pass, and everyone else during this weekend, in fact, can also play it through that freebie. So you know that Elder Scrolls is a wonderful, wonderful game with lots of different wonderful characters, and it is an extension of the Morrowind / Elder Scrolls saga. If you played Skyrim and Oblivion, you will love it. So that's the reason as to why we're having it here at the moment, also during this weekend. And in addition to that, we are going to be doing Gears of War 5, just as I said. And yet again, that is a game available free of charge to everyone or anyone who is a subscriber to Xbox Live Gold. And the reason they've done it this weekend is not just because it's Easter, but it is more to do with the new update, the new chapter, and the new maps of multiplayer had been unraveled early in the week, and that is the reason for this introduction. So if you are a subscriber, if you are on Xbox Game Pass, or indeed if you are on Xbox Live Gold, you can simply crack on with the game and try everything from campaigns through multiplayer, through all of the niceties that you have there. Some areas like multiplayer are really very difficult. These are your death matches, and you will have to be quite skilled if you enter, otherwise you get obliterated immediately. And they're really sort of tight maps, and with a lot of kind of close quarter battles. They're done this on purpose, considering what weapons and gear the characters are offered. So definitely worth a try. You can do a bit of learning, a bit of tutorial. You can perhaps ask some of the random players to show you the ropes. You will have a lot of fun, and we'll do exactly the same. I've not played the multiplayer on Gears 5 at all, so for me it's going to be a sort of baptism of fire as well. But I think mainly I'll continue with my campaign with Kate, and all that is there to be enjoyed through the story of Gears of War 5. And the other games available this weekend in addition to these two are Override Mechanized City Brawl, and I'm not familiar really with the game, but if you are a fan of kind of mechanized creatures, robots, and constructions of that sort, automatons, you can just pop in and have a look. You have a very good stealth game, Hitman, complete first season, similar to what we've had previously within the aura of Splinter Cell. I guess you would have played Hitman at some point, and the whole first season is available free of charge through Xbox Live Gold. You have Starlink, a true gem. I really loved the game, highly recommend it to everyone. Played it quite a lot last week, and I'll carry on to do so as the game is available free of charge through Xbox Live Gold until even 22nd of April, so I still have about 10 days left, and that's really absolutely awesome. A game is similar, well, it has the auspices of the massive big space operas and RPGs like Mass Effect, and a bit of Destiny, a bit of Borderlands. It's a mixture of all sorts, the Outer Worlds, Fallout, and you'll do a bit of strategy, then a bit of fighting. There'll be lots of dialogue, there'll be plenty of modding. It really is a very, very good game, highly recommend it. Produced and published by Ubisoft, so anyone who likes the games I mentioned will find this to be a true archive gem. And then if we look at the rest of the games, NBA 2K, Playgrounds 2 for the fans of sports and basketball and all sorts, and the last one is the Elder Scrolls Online. So, every weekend I try to promote the games that's available free of charge, and they vary frequently. We'll get some major blockbusters like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, or we'll get Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or we'll get Sea of Thieves, and other big games. And it's an ideal opportunity for everyone to download without any form of financial investment and experience the game in full. So we are going to be carrying on with Elder Scrolls and with Gears of War today, and I think tomorrow. I probably will throw in Starlink as well tomorrow, because I really want to play the game, really want to see what is there before me. I just completed the first section, which was the prologue and a couple of first missions. It was very, very enjoyable. Anyway, that is what I will be doing. Okay, so first and foremost, I need to give you an update on what's happening with us in the UK during these unprecedented times of full lockdown in our country. Another very, very grim selection of stats that we received today from the authorities. 917 people had lost their lives in the United Kingdom since yesterday. Yesterday was, I think, 980. And these are absolutely devastating, staggering numbers for us all. These are people who had lost their lives in such a short period of time due to this absolutely awful, dreadful virus. My heartfelt sympathies and my thoughts and prayers go to everyone affected by it, to every single one of those souls who lost their lives and their families, the loved ones. I'm absolutely devastated, because although all of us are trying as hard as possible to fight against the disease, during the day I have a service which is open to anyone who has been affected by the disease online, and I'm providing psychological, emotional and any other help online. Of course, we are not to engage anyone in real life, and I reopen my clinic in order to suffice, in order to provide the services basically for those who need it the most. And at the moment people are really preoccupied, first of all, with a kind of protection stroke preservation, so not to get the virus, not to get it and not to spread it. So therefore the vast majority are staying indoors and doing other things. But the full collateral of this absolutely ghastly pandemic is going to be felt a lot later, at the time where the virus subsides or we find vaccine, as it will be leaving a absolutely devastating, previously unseen effect on the entire world. That includes obviously our social order, the way we live, the way we work, and the economy overall. That is where my services will indeed be in a much greater demand to what they are today, as presently the medical services that provide instant respite to anyone who is indeed developing symptoms is what is needed the most. So keep this in mind also for future reference, and refer others if necessary. We are fighting a very, very difficult war. Unlike other conventional wars where we know who the enemy is, in this instance, the enemy is very deadly, none of us are immune, and unfortunately the enemy is also fully invisible. We don't know when, how and where the enemy is going to strike, and that makes the job of preservation, protection and policing in particular extremely difficult. So I just want to ask all of our compatriots, our citizens, our inhabitants, everyone who lives on the territory of our humble isles, to abide by the rules, listen to the advice, listen to the scientists, listen to what the government officials and the local authorities are telling you, and abide to that by the letter. Absolutely, you must be listening to all of that. You must not be going out. I honestly, for the life of me, I do not understand as to why people are still going out and still trying to sunbathe or cycle or do all sorts of things. Are you not fully aware of the fact that you may be a recipient of the virus? You may catch it, you may spread it within your own immediate community to your loved ones. You may cause somebody to die. Are you not aware of this? Are you not aware of the fact that today in the US they had lost 2,000 lives overnight, and that in other countries in Europe people are also dying in many thousands? I mean, honestly, for the life of me, I cannot understand people not understanding this or respecting it. And I also can't understand people who think that the fitness will be massively improved if they do jogging or heavy exercise right now. Well, it will not. And also, as a jogger or person who does something in open spaces, if you're not careful and if you are jogging together with others, you may well be easily catching the virus as it is spreading, certainly around those people who are, hyperventilating or indeed having a great intake of air. And it's just, everyone needs to exercise. I exercise every day, 45 minutes, every single day. But these are standing exercises. I do them at home. I don't have to be anywhere. And I feel absolutely fully fit, refreshed, and able after doing so. It's a regular drill. It's heavy going exercise. It's tough on me. I don't need to go to any parks. I don't need to be paying monies for gyms or indoor exercise forums. I can do everything by myself, free of charge, and keep myself absolutely fit. That is the kind of exercise you have got to be doing at the moment, because you are protecting, first of all, yourself. You're protecting others, your loved ones, your immediate community around you, your neighbors, everyone who is with you in your house. And you're not going to be exposing yourself to the likelihood of that virus coming into your own immediate family. Remember that, because there is no second chance. We do not know as yet as to why certain people are dying of the virus whilst others are having various types of symptoms which actually do not even look similar. Several of my contacts from the entertainment industry were reporting their symptoms on Facebook and Twitter, and I could see that there was hardly any common denominator. They really varied. It looked like the virus was attacking them in all sorts of unprepared, unknown, all types of malignant ways. And therefore, what we need to do is to sit at home and wait until a solution, most importantly either medicine or vaccine, is discovered. It will be discovered. We are going to defeat this virus completely and eradicate it from our communities, but it will take a long while. It will take time. Remember that, please. The vaccination medication will require to be tested. There will have to be dozens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of tests conducted in various countries, and that will take months. So we are not going to be immune for many months to come. Therefore, we have to build our own mindset, which will prepare us for what previously we would have seen in video games. I have to sadly state that because we did encounter such dreadful situations in this particular type of activity. I played several video games where there were dreadful diseases breaking out and the entire communities were wiped out or suffering huge casualties. And sadly, what we're experiencing is a real life out there. This is not a video game. People are dying in many hundreds of thousands worldwide. And therefore we have to be resolute, we have to be patient, we have to be united with our neighbors, with our communities in that joint effort through which we are fighting this dreadful disease. But simply the best thing you all can do is to be at home. So stay at home, protect our NHS, the National Health Service, and save lives. Remember that. Stay at home, protect the NHS, save lives. In terms of information on the internet, use hashtag StayAtHomeUK, share it with everyone else, everyone you know. Stay Indoors UK, share that with everyone else you know. Hashtag Be a Hero, share that. But staying at home, you are being a hero. You're protecting yourself, your community, your loved ones. You're not helping the virus to spread, which in fact a nasty nickname in the US. It's called hit and run virus. I don't know whether you've heard it, but the scientists and the senior doctors, the consultants at one of the university hospitals in NYC had coined it. The reason for that is simple. This virus is spreading very, very rapidly, which means once it's found its host, it is immediately moving to another person as fast as possible. And that is what's been so difficult to contain. And you will be a hero by protecting other people's lives if you stay at home, basically not helping the spread of disease. Secondly, you will be a hero if you enter the world of video gaming. You can be Master Chief, you can be Jill Valentine, you can be my character Daniel Deleroy, you can be any character in any video game, and then you can profess the skills and become a true hero in your virtual online video gaming battle. So remember that. Now is not the time to be thinking of healthy food and long hours of shopping and heavy going exercise. We really are talking about something very, very basic in order to contain the spread of the virus, to make sure that we actually survive. Can you be doing your jogging and your exercise in an open space if you have many rockets slamming around you, or many mortar shells, or many tank grenades, or if you get like airstrikes? Can you do that? Well, evidently not. You are going to be hiding in a cellar or shelter in order to survive, and you will do that religiously, diligently, 24/7. So can you please understand that what we're experiencing is exactly the same? The only difference, the enemy, the bombs, the mortars, the shells, they have no sounds, they're not visible, but they're slamming everywhere around us at all times. And you really need to understand that being in full shelter and being away from open spaces and social, well, places where people can socialize or chit chat, be it your front door or in a shop or out on a street, is simply not a place where you should be right now. So once again, stay at home, protect our NHS and save lives. I'll repeat this again. Stay at home, protect our National Health Service and save lives. Hashtag Stay at Home UK, hashtag Be at Home UK, hashtag Stay Indoors UK, hashtag Be a Hero. Let's take a moment to remember all of those lost lives. Almost 10,000 people have lost their lives during the last couple of weeks in the United Kingdom. Let's take a pause, let's take a deep breath and a moment of silence to remember those who had fallen, who had lost their lives to this dreadful virus. They shall be remembered always. We come back to our online video gaming world here, and this is the world of Elder Scrolls. I have been giving you a bit of tutorial recently on Elder Scrolls. We talked quite a bit about ins and outs of the game. We played quite a section of it, and it's been very, very enjoyable. As you could see with my character Daniel Deleroy, I reached level 7. My race is Breton, I'm class Dragon Knight, Alliance is Daggerfall Covenant. We'll go to Daggerfall in a moment, and presently we are at Bitneck. This is the area that is used for kind of resupplying our characters with all kinds of goodies, be it talking through merchants or getting food, or all sorts. And we had completed our first heist. We of course completed our tutorial and prologue and already progressed to some main story missions. All of those have been completed, and if you remember during our last stream we ended up on the docks and we found a character who is going to be bringing us to Daggerfall. So that will be our next destination. So let's just carry on with our adventure. Picked up my daily reward, 500 gold by the looks of it, so that's good. Let's see what other chapters. Okay, these are the other chapters. See, we don't have anything else to do now, so that's all good. Look at that, nighttime. We talked to Tamasha earlier. We need to go and speak to our friend here.
How may I serve?
Can you arrange a passage for me?
Depends where you need to go. This is a working ship. We don't traverse all of Tamriel's seas.
Where do you sail?
From here we travel to Stros Mackay. A bit tricky, but we should be able to make it before the weather changes. Or you could head into the city. Perhaps stretch your legs a bit. Try the local brew. It's up to you.
Well, I don't really want to go to Stros Mackay. Explored all the areas down there. Anything else? So, what else can you suggest?
You shall find there everything you need, and then some. There have been a few storms along the way, but nothing we can't handle. Let us pray our charts are current.
Okay. So before we go to Daggerfall, I just want to see the map in here. Map completion. Yeah, we didn't really do anything very much. We could obviously walk everywhere, but we'll just follow the story first of all.
It depends where you need to go.
And
From here,
what else do
Daggerfall.
you suggest? Daggerfall. Glenumbra, that is another region, westmost region of High Rock, contains the city-states of Daggerfall and Camlon, so we're actually going there. The Great Cemetery of Cathbedral and wild areas of Hagfen, Glenumbra Moors and the forests of Dania. Very good, looks very exciting and beautiful, and we want some action. We've had lots of chit-chats and activities previously. Let's see. Yeah, that's Daggerfall, that's alright, let me see. Various characters out there. Who's this? Can we talk to him? He don't want to talk to us. Okay, it's our ship. So we enter the harbour. Harbourage. Find the harbourage. Well, we found it. Oh, almost. Daggerfall discovered. Bronwyn Lafoon.
Pirates? Who said anything about pirates? I certainly didn't. I'm just an honest businesswoman waiting for her ship to come in, so to speak.
All right, I shall bother you no more. Farewell, my lady.
Hey, grab a drink.
Sailors, like you would imagine in every single port, regardless of the century. He doesn't talk to us. Who's that? What's this? Just remember, when you are playing a character, remain consistent. Don't be noble and then, you know, stealing and turning into that is not going to cut too well. Oh, there's various other kind of. Our friends. How can it be? Hot. There's no one in here. Everyone's got looks of it. Well, let's check what's in that hotspot, if anything. Just to find harbourage, so it's we have another task, but you know I like sort of walking about and exploring the areas a bit. Bookshelf, let's see what they've got there. Mine safety regulations, shoring timbers, mine shafts, all kinds of see again. Okay, so that's all the same. Some maps as well. We are not going to be looking at this at the moment. We actually want to see harbourage. This is where we are going to go because our tasks will be delivered there. There's no one in here. As it appears to be literally middle of the night, everyone's asleep. Forgot to tell you earlier, friends, that presently we have a very good Easter sale on Microsoft and PlayStation stores. So I have quite a number of titles that I'll be purchasing, and a few of them on very low prices. So I tell you, today I purchased two wonderful games. One of those I played in its old format on PlayStation 1, so that was almost 20 years ago, if not more. And the game is called, of course, Fear Effect. And let me see. Yeah, it's called Fear Effect Sedna. So if you're familiar with Square Enix games, then you'd be more than in tune with some of the characters. It's very similar to some of the graphic novels coming out of Far East, and really highly enjoyable. The price of that game at the moment is only £1.99, so it's very cheap. It's almost less than a cup of coffee. Why not snap it up and have it in your library? And then the other, it's a game I've not played, but I discovered. It's a kind of a murder mystery stroke puzzle game, and it's called Virginia. You play an FBI agent who's investigating a string of crimes in a certain area. Really my kind of game. I like Twin Peaks-ish, games like Tender Loving Care or Deadly Premonition, or let me think. It's quite a selection over the years. Ripper, Black Dahlia, you name it. And that seems to be my kind of jazz by the looks of it. Not played it yet, but I will stream it as well, so you'll be able to get familiar. There are just too many things on offer presently, and that is causing me some concerns. Because on one hand, I'd like to be playing and introducing the games to everyone, but it's very dense. The old days where you have like one game released in 3 months are long gone. Now you're having dozens of games released every week. And if you're an avid cross-platform gamer like myself, and if you go to, let's say, if you combine your good old games with Steam and Microsoft Store and PlayStation, you are literally snowed up by a major quantity of titles, and some of those are well known, but I think Steam in particular will provide you, well, Microsoft Store in fact as well, provide you with quite a number of obscure titles that you probably never ever heard of. And when you watch the trailers, you realize these games are really entertaining and they look really interesting. So what I usually do is I stick them on my wish list, and then as they're on my wish list, I always keep an eye on discounts and major seasonal sales or special offers. Both entities, well, I should say all three entities have many special offers almost every single week, but the biggest ones are seasonal, like for Easter, Christmas, and summer sale, spring sale, whatever. And then you get loads of them on very low prices. So give an example. If you are a fan of Rainbow Six Siege, you can get Deluxe Edition both on Microsoft and PlayStation stores for less than £10. I think the price is somewhere between £6 and £8 depending on the platform you choose. I think £6.70 or so on Microsoft Store. It's ridiculously low. Dragon Age Inquisition, for instance, on Microsoft Store is £6.50. It's Game of the Year edition. You got all the content, everything in there. You can play it for months and years ahead, and really offered on such low price. The Division 2, for instance, if you are keen on the game, you can get it on both platforms, Microsoft and PlayStation stores, also for about £6 or £7. You have Anthem for I think £7 or £8, and then its premium edition for about £10.50, and the list just goes on and on. So always remember, if you're an avid collector and a fan, to purchase those games when they're offered on such low prices, because you can buy Anthem for £6 or £7, and then later it will be 40 or 50. So make sure that you are collecting the games which you consider to be of interest to you, and purchase them on the lowest possible price. You are supporting the developer and the publisher by doing so, remember that. And then they can sit literally in your online library, your games library, and you can pick them up at any time. The beauty of the consoles like Xbox, and I think therefore Xbox is probably a bit more advanced compared to PlayStation, is that it's so easy to be having everything in your virtual account, and you can have literally thousands of games there, and you can download them at any given moment in time and enjoy on your console. So sometimes the issue is around hard drive space. As for instance, on my Xbox One I have 1 terabyte, but it gets filled very quickly with the new games like Destiny and this one, Elder Scrolls, and then you have Call of Duty Warzone, and the games that sort of exceed 100 gigs. And then with those, you're talking maybe 6, approximately 7 games that can be kept on the console, and that's it. The rest is systems files, and therefore it's always useful to have an external hard drive that can be easily applied, and all of the other games can be installed. But just don't really install too many, because you'll be hopping from one to another, you lose focus. It's always the best to have maybe a few. And if you're a streamer, you will know that people like combining different types of genres. So for instance, today we have Elder Scrolls, which is a wonderful, very massive RPG, and later we'll have Gears of War, which is a kind of a shooter stroke adventure game, and that's the idea, really, to keep it a bit diverse and also very, very interesting. So remember that. Loads of great games on Microsoft and PlayStation stores. I already had purchased some and really enjoyed the fact that I bought them for like $1.75, £1.75 I should say, £2.20, £3.20, £1.60, that sort of thing. There are a couple of bigger games that I'll finalize on later, in I think tomorrow. They're a bit more expensive, but I want to make sure that the ones offered on the best prices stay with me, and then obviously they will be in my online library. And then whenever I feel ready to experiment with them, I'll download them and install them, and then that will be it. PlayStation 4 offers you very good games through their PlayStation Plus service, and every month you get at least 2 blockbusters that stay with you forever. And I collected quite a selection. At the moment I think it's the Uncharted 4 that's offered, and then there's another racing game. And previously I got games like what were they? Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain. We had the Uncharted collection. We had God of War. Quite a selection of PlayStation exclusives, all of them literally for nothing. You simply had to be purchasing the game for nil pence as you were a subscriber to PlayStation Plus, and then you would keep that game forever and indeed play at will whenever you felt like it. Alright, my friends, so the time has come for us to be cracking on with some activity here. Look at this is awesome. I want to really take a screenshot of this, guys. That's really cool. Hellberg Master Angler. You really meet some incredible characters when you walk around and explore the area. It's just astonishing. Alright, so let me see. We need to go where? We need to find a harborage, and that should be up here, right? Is that? Yep. So I can walk around and explore docks and talk to different characters. I kind of want to cut corners a bit in order to make sure that we are really following the main story. That's here, and then you get all the side quests. Always revisit later, It's always easy to. I lost my destination for a moment. It'll be up there. Hang on. Loads of giving us quests. So that should be it, right? Let's see. Oh, it's below. I see. I don't like that compass. I find it really tricky. It's a bit. Let me see where else. Still down below. We need to find it. So where is it? It must be here. Walk around here a bit. Once again, we'll look at it. just need to follow this. Fine. Okay then. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is, yeah. It's here.
Twice cursed.
No, it's... You know what, I'm asleep. What I need to do is simply look at the map and then find where the harbourage is. For whatever reason, I simply forgot about the map. That's because I like playing some of the games without any map allocation, you know, after I've gone to them a few times. So what's this? That's not it. Come there, so that should be probably... No, that's a shrine. It's not it. Rosy Lion. No, it doesn't look like it. It's not there. Well, it's misleading. That's definitely the case. Harbourage is not even nearby, it's very far. And it's quite good that I was able to find it and identify it. So that's our priority, we need to go there. Let me get back here. Okay, let's see. So that should be still further down and then turning left. Oh, look at him! That is extraordinary. His means of travel are much more advanced than mine. To the bottom and then to the right. This is really Daggerfall, like a massive, really big settlement. Well, I like that. Can't work out whether I like better this incendiary horse or this sort of bat-style character who's flying. Really cool, either way. Okay, so there we need to turn around, I guess we need to go there. No? Okay. The map didn't respond. Okay, so all the way down some... Oh, that looks really so beautiful. Beautiful. Put it here up front and take a nice screenshot. Hope everybody is loving the environment as much as me. Beautiful world of Elder Scrolls. Okay, so we need to go outside of the city gates. It's... I guess they wanted walking through the city in order to become a bit more familiar with the environment. Because principally, you know, this fashioned map, or I should say compass, is confusing. As you could see, we have lots of different pointers, and at one there is Harbourage, and then principally you'd think, well, it is... hang on. You'll find that it's telling you go above, go below, and it's not really nearby. Another part of the map. And that is annoying. So let me see. We are now very near it. So we need to take this path, turning left, and therefore we are then finding our destination, which is going to be down here. Now look at him, he is in a massive hurry. What's this? Big Jakobski. Well, if you're wondering who this character is, well, he's just one of the other players. And this is Harbourage. There you go. This is Harbourage. We found it. We discovered it. We are there. Oh, look at that. This character... Ah, this character's gone. So let's find out what's hiding behind those big, big doors. Crack on. Somebody's inviting us to come in. Well, I'm afraid I can't join you because I'm doing a tutorial on Twitch for people who are finding out the ropes here in the game. And I didn't take a screenshot now, which is a bit annoying. What's this? Harbour discovered. Talk to the prophet. A prophet's here. How come he's here? Let us see, let us see. Lovely environment. And of course he is here, but...
Come closer, Vestige.
Good afternoon, sire.
Welcome to the harbourage, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for.
How did you find it, sir?
Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
When you first appeared to me in Coal Harbour, you spoke of my destiny.
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past.
A history lesson?
I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment.
Oh. So I should say farewell, but actually he's asking me to enter his mind, so what will happen next?
Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events. Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the
So we
events
need to follow
of
him.
our current crisis.
Okay.
My
Look at
partner's
that, that's
story
awesome.
awoke on the steps of the Elf Priests. No memory of prior life. Priests took pity upon and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near. It was there set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted life to their study.
Oh, look at this. This is extreme.
Scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each precise division and eventually me permanently blinded to the world.
To talk to him. That looks incredible. Take another screenshot of this. This is...
The prophecy of the scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have written them.
What does that have to do with me, sir?
Many noble investments revealed to me that your destiny is intertwined with the five companions.
Who are the five companions?
The five companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact, Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragon.
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said the true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
Who was this leader?
Baron Actius, the son of Calodian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition.
Dragonborn.
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true dragonborn light the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. You have already
Go.
enough dabbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the 5 companions yourself and witnessed their fate.
Indeed, sir. Let's get on with it. Well, so about 5 companions. Now I'll need to do
The first
follow him.
Lyris Titanborn of giants was the mightiest warrior of the Emperor. Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sahan, the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Baron Arius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamarco, the King of Worms, a powerful answer or executioner.
Oh.
These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial on an epic quest to recover the lost amulet of King.
How can the Amulet of Kings turn Veyron into the Dragonborn?
Marco convinced Varen that it could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would Sakatosh and entice him to adopt Varen of the Dragonborn.
Why Baron wanted to be Dragon? I didn't understand something in here. He claimed this Tosh and entice him. Varen want to be Dragonborn.
And laid claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Tell me about the other companions.
Each of the 5 companions was chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about?
Tell me about Lyris Titanborn.
She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim north, and it is that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal guard.
Just bear with me, I need to get myself a hot drink. I'm getting... I need to get... I'll be back in a second, so bear with us. Okay, tell me about Sahan.
Sai came from a long line of Red Guard Swordmaster nobles. He was leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group.
Tell me about Abnor.
The Clans are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the imperial throne years before.
Alright, so I've heard enough about this. What about Manimarco?
Manimarco, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer the world has ever known. His worm cult hints and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
What they performed the ritual?
Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat the world has ever known.
Oh. Fail. So witness the 5 companions in action. Let look. What will they do?
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Go. You certain luck?
It will work, my liege. The kings will regain the Dragonfires and ensure your rightful place. You have my word.
It better work, Manimarco, or you'll find your neck at the bit of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the Dragonfire, my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim Dragonborn.
Look at that.
You are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrifice. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's up? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! Veil between Oblivion and this world being torn. My master, Baal, is free to claim for his own.
Akatosh, give me! Have mercy on our souls!
Well, as you could see, we know as to why this guy is a traitor. Because he does everything that appears to be fine. He ruined everyone's legacy by doing sacrilege. So let's see what he says. It's like a vision. We entered his dream.
The ritual tore the veil between man and Oblivion, allowing Manimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate them.
What on earth went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the Dragonfires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
What happened next?
Manimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was in the chaos of the moment. Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal.
What about Abnorthan and Mani?
Khan remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manimarco and his worm cult.
How did you end up in Cold Harbor?
When I discovered about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manimarco got word of my introducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
They saw you as a threat.
Truth is always a threat to evil men. Manimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability had become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor lions. Walk with me.
Farewell, sir. So we'll meet with him.
Long ago it was written, so long as kings was born by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of oblivion. But the soul burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal what he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierced the twin that seemed to draw near into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible days of destruction have been fueled throughout Tamriel.
Just look at that. Wonder what it is.
The Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful. But our world and his own in a terrible pain mill. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity.
Look at that. That is dreadful. Some sort of portal there. Taking you to another world or something. Doesn't look friendly. Well, no wonder the traitors are responsible for it.
And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Moloch Baal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. Now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage?
Yes, indeed, I need to go back, but I want to see. Oh, these are the. Call them dark anchors,
And
right?
so it falls to us, Vistage. We must.
Yeah, dark anchors. Yeah, let's have a look at it. They're your dark anchors. Look at them. Ghast. Well, we'll follow the prophet. We'll go to the anchorage and then.
And so it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Moloch Baal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage?
Indeed, we shall. I'm ready to go back. We are back. Back to Harborage.
And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now.
You've given me a lot to think about, sire.
There is so much to do. But know this. You will not walk this path alone.
So what is our next move, sir?
You must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Lyris Titanborn.
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
And what should I do in the meantime, sir?
Marco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents wherever they can be found and expose their lies.
Understood, sir. I'll do what I can. So Tamriel is
Forgive me.
where we are
Bringing you
to
to
go.
my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Walk in the light vestige. You will receive Prophet's recollection. Inferior's glyph of health. So these are the things which we can use, I think. We'll see. It's 1 skill point complete quest. Ah, it's really pretty good. We can take a screenshot of this. Harborage unlocked. Very good. Complete main quest chapter 1. Very good. Good. Very happy. Let me see. Character inventory, collections, where's journal, quests, new ladder 25, law library, it's funny, all empty. Inventory. Okay, supplies. Soul gem, used to fully charge weapons on any level. Inferior glyph of health, adds up to 839 maximum health, minimum level 5. Okay. Slottable items. Sip of health. No. The slottable item, sip of health. Looks like I'm collecting all sorts of achievements. Let me just have a look at the latest one. Something about the weekly achievement. I want to see what this is. Just a moment. The beauty of the Xbox apps is that you see everything instantly online. You can see it on your Android, you know, dig it up. You don't have to be interrupting your gameplay in there. Yeah, we are told that Prey's leaving console on the 15th. We've got Prey on PlayStation Now services, so I'm not really that phased by it. The good thing is if you're subscribed to both services, you can then, you know, combine some of the games as well. Let me see quickly. Yeah, we've got those Warframe perks. They're really good. Smite perks are there from a couple of weeks ago still. Okay, play Game Pass, Game Pass. It's to be claimed. Hang on a minute, it's not right. We need to see show all. Oh, that's the last one that we got. Yeah. And an achievement in Game Pass, so it's a weekly quest because we got the achievement here on Elder Scrolls. Fair enough. 6 quests to turn in, so that's pretty good. Let me see. That will be 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. Okay. 45 I got. Very good. 4,339 rewards points. That's pretty good. Okay. Another quest I got. What's that? Complete 4 daily quests. Plus 10. Okay. I'm doing well today. Collecting all sorts of goodies. Don't have any dailies but weeklies. I think there are Batman and Halo in here left. Halo 5 Guardians, well, we are unlikely to do any of that. Straight away, Quest Rookie, Game Pass Explorer. Play 4 different Game Pass. Okay, we'll do that with Gears later. How many did I do? 3, I think. Yeah, okay. Quest Dedication, 100%. 12 daily and 12 weekly quests. It's really very useful because you are collecting, you know, all sorts as you carry on here. Game Pass Adventure Quest Completionist. Okay, so that is complete 45 daily and 15 weekly. I had that gives you 1,000 rewards points. I actually got that last month, and I'm doing quite well in here already. I like 7 out of 45 and 3 out of 15. Okay, that's all going to be done and dusted in no time as we carry on. Well, we have also Gears 5 operation. Maybe we'll be able to get some of that. Alien Isolation. I mean, it's always very good to oh, what's that? The last one. Game Pass games on the go. What's this? Install 5 games using Game Pass mobile app. Okay, fair enough. We can do that as well, but not right now. It's not really utmost priority. What's pretty good is that you are, as you play the game, you are simply you know, collecting all these achievements and all of those quests through Xbox Game Pass, and then you get your Microsoft rewards and you can exchange them for a wide range of goodies in there, inclusive of your monthly subscription to Xbox Ultimate. So remember that. What is it I wanted to just bear with me? I had some messages coming in. Okay, got that sorted. We can carry on with our adventure. It's very good. Just looking at that sip of health. Actions, crown experience, refreshing drink. Let me just see quickly this. Where was it? No, that's slottable items. The other ones we're looking at were. I'm rich. 1,547 gold. Don't have anything else though. Materials. It's not it. Slottable items. No, that's not it. Maybe that'd be better. Grab that one. Magica recovery, arcane. All sorts we are getting there through that, so that's good. And what's the ring 2? Okay, it's the same ring 1. Neck, we got that appearance. Sea Drake, these guys, servants' robes. Kind of fancy Sea Drake, these guys at the moment, but we're keeping those and can use them at any other time. All of that's quite good. Want to see something else here, just bear with me. Otherwise I would look like this. Now we can keep that for a while. No, I think it's probably better that we use the disguise, because we'll be able to evade certain enemies. Well, I mean, depends how you want to play the game. If you want to be tackling everything, then you can wear the usual outfit, otherwise you use the deception, which has been given to us by one of our associates. Alright, so that's all done. So we need to go, let me see, I forgot now what my task was. He did tell me what to do, but I forgot. Let's talk to him again.
Leave me now. I must rest and meditate. I will contact you when the time is right.
So look at the map. Can just go back. So I need to collect books, bottle. What? Can't books. That's annoying. They look really in and full of knowledge. We already have a few lessons so far, so we should be alright. Okay, so let me see. We are to be looking at the map. Harborage. I think that's probably where we need to go. Alright, so let me see. That will be the other way. It's profit. We talked to him already. He told all. I thought that was very interesting, the whole story of 5 knights and the misdemeanors and to know who the traitor was, and you know, that was really pretty good. So back to Glenumbra. Lots of tasks in Glenumbra. We'll be kept very busy. They also said last week that there is a section currently offered called the Dark Heart of Skyrim, and I wonder whether what we witnessed was really part of that. I'm not sure. Oh, look at this. Somebody is having a lot of... Oh no, I wanted to take a screenshot of this bat. Boo, why did you disappear? There's another character there with a helmet. I'm not wearing my helmet because I want to be seen. I want everyone to see me. This character looks a bit similar to us. It's a Lara or Laura. Let's see what we can do in this area here. I think there probably is going to be plenty to do, so let's see, there's one chap in there.
Traveler, a moment of your time.
Hinzo.
Honor and faith, wayfarer. Blade Master Kasura awaits you at the Rosy Lion in the city of Daggerfall. She requests you join her there at once.
Why on earth is the Blade Master interested in me?
I do not have all the details, but I believe it has something to do with a Dragon Guard tomb. A former student seeks a solution to the threat facing elsewhere among the remains of that ancient order, and Kasura agreed to assist him.
A threat facing elsewhere?
Dragons, terrible beasts have returned to ravage the land of the Khajiit. But it won't be long before they endanger all of Tamriel. Blade Master Kasura sent me to find help. I found you.
Very well, I'll meet with Blade Master Kasura.
Blade Master Kasura awaits, wayfarer. Divines walk with you.
Tell me more about Blade Master Kasura.
Kasura teaches the ways of the ancient Yokudan sword saints at the Abbey of Blades. Under her guidance, I hope to one day earn the rank of Blade Master.
Sounds astonishing. How did the Blade Master decide to search a Dragon Guard tomb?
Blade Master Kasura can tell you more. I am not privy to enough details to speak on her behalf.
Thank you for all of your information. Farewell. Okay, talk to Kasura. look at the journal quests, Daughter of Giants. But you know what? I'm just a bit Dragon Guard's Legacy. So it's 2 of those. A bit concerned. Hang on. Main quest prologue. No, that's not quite it, because we already talked to him. Or maybe now, after we've gone back to Harborage, he wants to talk to us again. We'll find out. Anyway, Daughter of Giants is going to be the next thing. No, I should say the Dragon Guard's Legacy. But what I want to see is something else. We have quests. Where are the overall stats that we will need to get here? Social. Journal. Leaderboards. Achievements. It's really odd because it's telling me that didn't complete anything, and that's not quite the case. Law library. Quests. Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. That's true. Combustion, draconic power. Stone fist, we've got that. Okay. So this one we can probably put on B. Hang on, it's not right. That's not right. Wait, Stone Fist, the sign. Just a second. Yeah, we got it now, it's alright. So Stone's Fist is a bit like what you have in Destiny with your Titan, with that massive big melee attack that destroys everything in your vicinity, so that's pretty good, I like that. Skills, points, character, anything else? No, that's about it. Alright, so talk to Kasura, we need to find Kasura. Let's see where Kasura is. See it on the map, maybe. Yeah, it's the same problem like what I had in Skyrim and Oblivion with this kind of map, and I'm not really that keen on it, I've got to say. It's quite difficult to establish straight away where things are. Let me see whether it will give us to where is it now? Journal, quests, show on map. Okay, so we want definitely to go there. Set destination. You see, it didn't register. I pressed it and didn't register. Right, so Blade Master Kasura agreed to search a nearby Dragon Guard to inform former student interested in finding some way to find back against the dragons in elsewhere. I agreed to help in this endeavor, so I need to meet her in one of the nearby cities. I should head there now. Yes, of course, that's correct. We are going to go there right now. Kasura in pub. Said there. Mini koala, huh? Really cool outfit, look at that. 2 of us, Madame de Poop. Oh, look at them, doing it as a team. Okay, Madame Kasura, to see what this is. All the way up there. Okay. Not done here. See, there is this board, consumables, crafts. Alright. We'll get to them in due course, but I meant we want to be talking to Sura, and we don't want to be going down there. There'll be some swimming. Swimming. Swimming is allowed in here. Okay, still further up. It's beautiful for anyone who played Scrolls from the beginning. You'll see remarkable enhancement of graphics and mobilities, and so much easier to use. I'm on the early one on my PC, and it was so complicated with the inventory sort of things. But that's no more. We are fully in control. The time changed. We can even talk to Gib. Look at this. Really good. Capture. I like taking screen capture. As you noticed, you're printing literally every single. And I gotta say, really doing video gaming during those very dark hours, and that is very rewarding because they enlighten you, they connect you with other people around the world, and you endure all this suffering. I wouldn't say with ease, but certainly with some respite. So I need to go left and then to that, I believe, up here. Yes, that's correct. Kasura. Oh, look at him. Incendiary Knight. So that's good. The Rosy Lion is ahead. Look at that song. Incredible. Red diamond, protect us till the end. Incredible. Rojika. Home goods furniture. Furniture.
Home, there are deals to be made if you know where to look.
Okay, so look at the store. No, I don't actually want any of that at the moment. I'm alright. I've got everything I need. So Alessio, we already met him before. We don't want to talk to him at the moment. Looks like everyone's in this inn, enjoying this serenade delivered by this chap. What's his name? Axel Pladi. Plord. Stealing pork is definitely in my jazz. Grenagra Kush.
I'm busy. Can't you see I'm drinking here?
Farewell. Jesper.
Don't think I've seen you in the Rosy Lion before.
Just passing through here. Any good rumors lately?
You should ask. My cousin Afrin was just telling me about some alien ruin some wizard was telling him about. Called the place Silum.
And what is so special about these ruins?
Well, it has a name you can say for decided to go see what was there. He likes to think he's brave, but he's afraid of his own shadow.
Ruins can be really dangerous, and so can the Dominion.
That's exactly what I told Afrin. He's all talk, though. His mouth starts running after he gets a few drinks in him and talks big. He's probably sleeping it off somewhere nearby. He'll wake up tomorrow and forget all about Sillum.
Farewell, Jasper.
Who wouldn't want such a cozy little home?
Health increased too. Good. Stun fist increased as well, so that's good. What game likes you to be doing some exploring? Kind of like a goblin or gargoyle or whatever he is. Mighty Mudra. Okay, we'll go a few of these characters, but we're accepting any quest that they might offer. More thinking. Filane de Marie.
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong.
A room at the local inn?
Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that.
What sort of arrangement? Oh no, what's going on there?
Look, I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here.
I'm interested. What are the details?
Yeah, alright. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings.
There's got to be a catch. What is it?
No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours.
So within the legal reason, can I do whatever I want with the place?
Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good.
Alright, sounds good. I'm accepting your offer.
Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business.
So we're getting the Rosy Lion, an anthology of abodes available for acquisition.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
Anything else I should keep in mind?
Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number.
Of course, I didn't even worship Daedra. Let me see. Comment how you arrange the place. Okay.
Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an inn room.
Do you own this place?
I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
Farewell. So now they're asking me to go back to Harbourage. Well, we need to complete these two first, I think. Open the housing section. The Rosy Lion Housing. This inn has always had the reputation of being the safest place in Daggerfall for common citizens in search of illicit services to meet their shadier counterparts. Well, that's not a surprise, really, considering what kinds of shady characters pace up and down at the Rosy Lion. So I'm a permanent tenant. Open the housing editor with B. Okay. No, that's not it. Alright, so now select movable objects with A, or place objects from your bank, inventory, or collections menu with X. To retrieve a placed item, select it from a retrieve tab. It's a bit like a storage more than anything else. So browse. You have no furnishings to place. Well, fair enough. What else? Select. There's nothing to select. Okay, we actually inspected the lodgings. They'll look alright. And the entrance. Just hold on. Oh, this would be purchasing, retrieving, lighting. Okay. Rough candle pillar 1 meter away. I don't really need any of that. Bank. Okay. Browse again. Settings, primary residence. Do it again. We'll have guild visitors, guild. Okay, I got it. Alright, so that's all fine. We don't really need to do any of it at the moment. We've inspected. So I don't know what I've done now. One of my special skills that I've got. Iron Fist, I think it's called. Right, so I still need to meet that other character. What's his name? Sakura or something, and need to really talk to him. So that's the next task. But I was a bit mischievous by entertaining a few other characters who were staying at the Rose Inn, and therefore figured that I could have even my permanent lodgings at this very, very location. That's quite good. Always good to have a home to get back to, right? Rather than roughing it. Taking a while to load. This may be an unusually long load time. Yeah, it looks like it. Hopefully it isn't going to crash. Didn't want to see that. Well, it didn't. It was all good. Let's see,
Well, hello there, stranger. Pull up a chair and sit for a while. I'd love to hear about your adventures.
The answer is no, thank you. Farewell. I am very, very busy. Oh, look at him. Okay, really, the mask that he's got in here is awesome. I'll take a screenshot. Anthology of available abodes. Anthology of available abodes. I have detailed herein the general location and value of most of the homes and rooms for sale in Tamriel. To seek out property without such a guide is a firm instep, but fear not, for I have done the heavy lifting for you. For the thrifty, one can purchase a modest inn room. These were recently put on the market and may serve as a quality starter home. So you got a whole selection of them there. If one has more than a few coins to rub together, there are larger apartments available for the vagrant hoping to become a respectable citizen. So you have the whole list in there. The following properties are for serious buyers only. Letters of credit will not be accepted for the sale, no matter whose cousins you know. For those loftier aspirations and more possessions, you may wish to examine these properties. Nobility and the like will find the following properties the most acceptable, as they usually provide quarters for servants or livestock. And the list goes on and on. So fair enough, we pick this up. Got some extra experience. But you know what, I really need to speak to that chap. Where is he now? Why is that? I haven't found him yet. No, this is Daggerfall. Let me see, journal. Blade Master Kasura. Okay, once again, Blade Master Kasura.
Hold your horses.
Didn't want to talk to her. Why is it that Mudra? So that's not it. Abzag. There's all kinds of weird characters in here. Donlon Bakes, Xavier. We have Iron Wolf here with us. Hello, Iron Wolf. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. This are Elder Scrolls Online broadcast here on my channel, and that's really part of the freebies offered by Microsoft this weekend. I have the game, obviously, but for everyone who wants to be trying out what Elder Scrolls Online look like, it is the best way of simply entering the section on the Xbox saying Xbox Live Gold, and then they can download and play the game free of charge for the whole weekend. So this is the reason that's why we are here doing Elder Scrolls this weekend, together with Gears of War and Starlink, which are going to be featuring the weekend. So thanks very much to Iron Wolf for popping in and saying hello. Really appreciate it. Alright, so let me find out where that Kasura is, because if that Kasura should be here. But I do not see Kasura in my immediate vicinity for some reason, so it may well be that I'm pursuing a wrong lead. So let me see, we go outside to Daggerfall. Right, so talk to Kasura. Look at that, somebody's really badly mannered. Hang on, talk to Kasura was there, above. Okay, so Kasura must be in there. Either on the ground floor or elsewhere. And obviously I was blind because the steps are telling me to go upstairs. Desk is empty, the book cannot be read. Well, that's no fun. What's happening in there? Well, that's for certain our new friends. We want to Kasura. See, Kasura is Kasura there? Oh, we still have another lot of stairs. Okay, we'll find out. I don't want stealing, I'm not a thief. And I finally found my new friend Kasura. There we are, look at her. So two of us could be nicely positioned in there. And also I can take a screenshot. Just what I just need to find a better position, because otherwise I will not see much. I guess it must be like this. No other way. Okay, let's talk.
You received my summons. The shoulders, that look in your eyes. Yes, I see I chose well. You will aid me with this most important task.
This has something to do with the Dragon Guard, right?
Quite correct. A former student requires my assistance, but I cannot do what is necessary on my own. Fighting the dragons that plague elsewhere seems an impossible task. The Dragon Guard once successfully hunted them. We seek their wisdom.
And you hope to find this wisdom in a tomb.
Tombs. I will search one, you the other, using this Dragon Guard seal. The seal will activate 3 glyphs, which, in turn, will reveal the entrance to the tomb. Between the two of us, I pray we find the wisdom my student requires. Will you help me?
I'll take the seal and help you. How do I find these glyphs?
Find the 3 glyphs in the Shrieking Scar. Let me mark the locations on your map, along with where I think the hidden tomb lies. I prepared notes as well. Feel free to take them with you.
Now, how did you become an expert on the Dragon Guard?
Expert? Far from it. I started looking into the history to help my former student. The recent Dragon Guard were defenders of the Emperor, but according to legend, in the distant past, they hunted dragons nearly to extinction.
Where are the Dragon Guard now?
When the last Emperor of the Riemann dynasty was assassinated, the Dragon Guard were disbanded. Various emperors in the intervening years have formed their own versions to add legitimacy to their rule, but they were never the same.
Tell me more about the Dragon Guard seal.
It's an heirloom my former student provided. It contains a minor enchantment that reveals hidden glyphs. I imagine it was once used as a way to pass along secret information. Now, we will use it to find the hidden Dragon Guard tombs.
Who is your former student and where are they right now?
We'll discuss that later. Right now, we have our own tasks to accomplish. Remember, the dragons are already loose and elsewhere. Just know that my former student seeks a way to fight those great beasts before the damage they inflict cannot be undone.
How did you become an expert on the Dragon Guard?
Expert?
I know we've seen that. So we'll say farewell, farewell. Need to go and just a second. Read Kasura's notes. Okay. Where are the notes? Must be okay, I've got them. Oh no, the Kasura's notes are here. Legends of the Dragon Guard can be found throughout Tamriel. They reportedly developed dragon hunting weaponry and techniques, and it was by the blades that dragons became almost extinct in our lands. Unfortunately, the Great Dragon Guard Order of old has long been disbanded. If I am to be gaining the wisdom, it must be from the histories, documents and artifacts they left behind. I believe I have discovered two Dragon Guard tombs fairly close together. It was common for soldiers to be buried with their personal possessions, which I hope will provide the information we seek. Each journal I find, each relic I uncover provides another tool to aid us against the dragons invading elsewhere. Both tombs seem to be protected by a powerful magic which hides the entrances from sight. Luckily, my former student was able to find a journal describing Dragon Guard burial practices. It outlines the custom of placing three glyphs near a tomb's entrance, which will activate in the presence of a Dragon Guard seal. The whole ritual is described here, so it's very important. These here glyphs should provide the key to the entrance to the tomb. However, both tombs are located in perilous locations. I worry that visiting both will take up far too much time, and my Abbey and students await me back in Hammerfell. For this task I require the aid of another, in other words me, because I volunteered. This helper must locate the northern, southern and eastern glyph, then use what they will find to open the tomb. I also came across a most curious phrase. I'm certain it is integral to entering the tomb, but I'm not quite sure how. It is my hope that once the entrance is revealed, the phrase's meaning will also become clear. With our blades, honor is sealed. With bravery, the way is revealed. So that's really all in a nutshell. And this is what we need to be doing. So find those glyphs, right? Quickly have a look at all that she has here in her room. My room's going to look exactly the same once I pick up all the bits and pieces around the world. Crates. It's not for me to take any. Bookshelf. Empty. There's nothing in there. Who is this? Gonna sit down yourself. Hang on. There's no room. That's quite funny. Some sort of strange cat. Alright, so let's have a look at the map first of all. So this is Western Overlook, Salem, the lady. Let's see, travel. Captain Margot's place. We don't want to go there. Western Overlook. Salem. The lady. Let me just quickly check. Find a northern glyph. Optional steps. Talk to Kasura. Talk to her again. What for though?
Once you determine the nature of the three glyphs, you can use that knowledge to reveal the entrance to the tomb. Feel free to consult my notes. They should help if you run into any problems.
I did consult the notes. I have some questions about what you need me to do.
I'll answer what I can, but understand that my knowledge is based mostly on theory and conjecture. We seek hidden glyphs that will help us open Dragon Guard tombs. At least, that is my hope.
And what do the glyphs do exactly?
A series of glyphs act as a sort of key to the tomb they are connected to. The seal will identify which glyphs to use to reveal the entrance to the tomb. At least, that's what my research indicates.
And why do you need my help with this?
Nearby. While you find a way to enter one, I will attempt to enter the second. This way, we will accomplish twice the work in half the time.
What do you expect to find inside of these tombs?
Historical documents would be good. The more we can learn about the Dragon Guard and how they hunted, the better chance we'll stand against the dragons. If we're lucky, We may even come upon one of the legendary Dragon Guard weapons.
Tell me more about this Dragon Guard seal.
It's an heirloom my former student provided. It contains a minor enchantment that reveals hidden glyphs. I imagine it was once used as a way to pass along secret information. Now, we will use it to find the hidden Dragon Guard tombs.
Who is your former student and where are they right now?
We'll discuss that later. Right now, we have our own tasks to accomplish. Remember, the dragons are already loose and elsewhere. Just know that my former student seeks a way to fight those great beasts before the damage they inflict cannot be undone.
You will find sometimes in the games of this magnitude that you got to be revisiting certain dialogue. It's very rich with content and it's kind of unevenly spread. At times you'll have characters who give you just simple direction, I need to complete a task, otherwise like in this instance there are lots of different things to do. So it's very important to revisit and to re-engage with a character, a non-playable character, to give you some other pointers, and then you need to examine the map and radar and go to your destination. So we are now done with her. And we really want to see where we need to go. Excuse me, because this is well, I think these are the places, these ones that we need to be going to. We certainly shall go there because she said she marked everything. Captain Margot's place is very unlikely to be connected to what we are doing right now. Okay, so we'll go to Asylum, explore everything. In fact, I'm just conscious of the fact I've not had any action for quite a while because there's been a lot of story content and we kind of went through it all. Well, my skill basically destroyed that assassin, so that's pretty good. And people need to remember to use the special skills whilst doing Elder Scrolls. Right, so the time is... let's see, but... oh no, I've gone out already. I want to just see what kind of chums were hanging about, because you get some colourful characters popping up in these sociable places, so look at him. Where is he going? Find us below. Okay. There's loads of tasks. Okay. Southern glyph below. Okay.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
No, but he hopes his family is safe in Riverwood.
Drag on home. Harlotti. Yeah. Well, Harlotti, going to be talking to you. Right. Guess what? We've got more important to do. So amazing now. Still. Hallows, well, not at the moment. So, find glyph. It will be up here by the looks of it. I need to find out where the southern glyph. Not interested in that northern there. Well, it's confusing with that map. Well, we'll go to our destination, so we'll find out what is likely to be there. Well, definitely not here. Let me see if we go. I see. We probably can. Probably we can go down the beach. swimming. Because there is something on the beach in there. Hello. Saying hello to that seagull. Everyone's hungry. Me included, I'm hungry. What is this? This is not really what I was looking for, I don't think. Not telling me. Find a southern glyph. Okay, so there's a button. Shrieking Star discovered. So that's good. That's the whole new territory now, as you could see. Okay, we've got it now. So by the looks of it, it will be higher up there. Say above, certainly Dill. Okay, we'll try.
Hey, you.
Who is this?
Want to make a bit of gold?
Stranger, a word. You look like the courageous type. I have an opportunity. You're sober.
Fair. Well, I don't want to be bartering at the very moment. But the question: how am I gonna get up there? To climb. It's beautiful, really. It's so enjoyable just to walk through so many different areas. Harpy is no more. But I'm excuse me. I'm curious as to why I'm doing it like this. Okay, going. That's quite good. You can see it is a little bit attacking these creatures together with somebody else. The magic staff. Okay. Just a second. I want to see. It's not reading my destination as it should. Set your destination. Harpy. Right, so I'm basically on top. Okay. Find the northern glyph. It says that it's below. So let me just see. Okay, so that will be definitely on the right track. What's this? Scarred. Very good. Picked it up. And we are very close to it now, I think. So it must be up here then, hey? Oh, this is a trap. Hey, those harpies, look how clever they are. Oh, I got now some rewards leveled up. Really, really cool. Claim your rewards. Skills. Restoration staff picked up. Just gone up, leveled up really. And character level up rewards. Claim rewards. Hang on, what's going on? Oh no, I know what it is. I've got some extras in there with my inventory. Where is it now? Inventory. Ah, we've got rawhide boots. Much better ones. So I'll put these ones on straight away. 1550 level 7. Those sandals are of no use to anyone, so no, hang on. Destroy. And then we'll see legs. No hands. Waist. Shoulders, we've got all of these, and pauldron. Oh no, these are better. Should really equip these. Oh no, I've got them. I've got them already. Apologize, my error of judgment. These have been equipped a little while back. Chest. It's 27. That's all good. And head. I'm wearing a disguise, but I actually have really good chest piece. Helmet I'm not going to be wearing at the moment. So, see some materials we have here. Rawhide scraps. No, that's not really what I want to get rid of. See materials. Okay, materials. I have quite a lot of these that no, that's not it. Coffee. Okay, so I should be right to pick up my rewards, I think. Collections, inventory. Level up rewards, select, crafting stations, we've got all of these. So what's the problem now? Why is that I can't pick them up? Pick them all up, so that's good. Rewarded for my hard work. And then we have health, we'll put this one ready. For Ardent Flame, Draconic Power, let's see, Spiked Armor. Restoration Staff. Grand Healing Purchase. Still have a look at inventory. Supplies. Oh yeah. Actions. Use. So that's what we already looked at. These are all of our possible lodgings. we are done now, aren't we? Oh no, we still have notifications. Staple Holmes, go to collection book. The Rosy Lion, seen the Daggerfall Inn, my primary residence. Autumn Gate, didn't collect any of these. All need to go up because this beast is gonna be respawning and annoying me. And I just simply wanted to very quickly finish my admin. Rawhide scraps. Okay. What else do we have? Hopefully nothing. And now, is it here or not? Well, it should be. Find the eastern cliff above. How do I go up there then? No, I can't go up there. Unlikely. Look at the map yet again. No, no, it shouldn't be. That's not quite right, actually. Find the eastern glyph, and this is what, find the... Need to disarm this because that harpy had set up a good trap. Which means we could be suffering. Okay. Where is my glyph that I'm looking for? Does anyone know? Oh, there it is. Look at it. It's there. But it's hidden. Therefore we have these traps and harpies and sorts. The sole reason. Okay. So sudden glyph has been completed. So let's have a look. Glyph of Blades. Examine. I'm not getting anything out of it. Okay. So that's one glyph activated. So we need to look for another. And that will be there. So that's the northern glyph. Okay, so it's not too far. But I need to take a very, very short break. So just bear with me and I'll be back literally in a couple of minutes. So bear with me, I'll be back very, very shortly. And we'll carry on with our adventure here in Elder Scrolls Online. There we are. We are now progressing to the next destination, which is going to be up here. Remember to use your special skills whenever you are approaching these enemies. Looks like it might be down there. Oh, not really. It's still quite far from us. But the good thing is that I can be even jumping from this altitude, which is really weird. Don't suffer any damage. That's very different to most. Oh, I did suffer some damage now. Well, it's weird because sometimes you jump from very high altitude. What's this? Some very unfriendly. Now needs to get away. Oh, what's this? Oh no! Oh, I need to get out. He is really tricky. Finally, he's on. Crawler's foul bait. You acquired an event ticket you can use to purchase items from the Impresario event merchant. You can hold only 12 event tickets at any given time. Okay. Werewolves hide. Some will tell you that our greatest strength is our hunger, or our numbers, or our rage, or our claws, or our fangs. These are fools. The gift of her sign is not simply about weapons, but about defense. To hunt in the great hunting grounds of our master, we must be impervious to pain, masters of our own bodies. Many a werewolf hunter will seek your hide for this reason. They will try to wear it or else burn it. Either way, it is your greatest prize, and you should take care not to let it fall to filth and disrepair. A wolf coat is the marker of his status. It bears his scars and protects his body against harm. Treat it as a nobleman treats his finery, as for you, as nobleman treats finery, for you are a servant of her sign. Too often have I encountered feral wolves with mangy coats. You are not wild dogs. You are not senseless wolves with no choice but to wander the woods as animals. You are king amongst hunters. When you are beset by enemies, when the mob comes for you and you transform into your true self to face sword and sickle, pitchfork and pike, you will thank me. Your coat will gleam and terrify, and no blow will ever harm you. Well, that's educational, so let's do some fishing. Let's see. No, we don't have... I need bait, which is what I don't have at the moment, okay. And backpack. My inventory is full. My inventory is really too full all the time, so... Okay, let me see where that glyph is, because this is what we want to complete. Interesting creatures are to be found everywhere. Okay. He has been resolved, but what has not been resolved is off. Okay, so I need to see exactly where the glyph is. Oh, it's still further up. Maybe take the coastal path. Deer. Not crab, I'm gonna crab at the moment. I don't need seafood. What, you know, why should I with these crabs? Okay. That really should be anywhere around here. Just in the area where we have all these harpies, you know. It's very likely. Okay. This was good. I outsmarted this creature. Expected. My iron fist worked. Another harpy gone, and another Danielle. And now let's see where the thing is. It'll be here, I think. I'm using this skill which has previously not been used, so I'm just reminded that's what it is. Right, so I'll be, well, it needs to be literally right, so let me see where it is. Is it there? No. Don't fancy mining right now. Hey, hey, hey! What is going on? Harpy is no more. But equally, I can't find that glyph. So where is that glyph? Where is the glyph? Come on. Going up there. Well, you could well call me completely blind. I'm standing on a glyph asking where is the glyph, but really quite tricky to see that arrow pointing it. I knew that the glyph was going to be there because of the number of the harpies. Generally, where you are collecting something of value, the number of enemies in that particular area will tell you, in Elder Scrolls that is, that the valuable item is situated near them. Okay, so let's activate this glyph. I have one left. Can examine it as well. And then we have the last one, and the last one is going to be there. Okay, the eastern glyph. So the eastern glyph will be elsewhere. To go to some other place. So it's not that near. So we destroyed all the harpies, we can take a moment to mine. Remember, mining is very important because you will need materials for crafting at a later stage as you progress in the game. This game wants to do all sorts of things, you know, from magicka through crafting and collecting and all sorts of things. No, I'm going the wrong way. The path really should be somewhere on here. That's it. Stone Fist increased to rank 4. Every time I use it, I'm kind of leveling up with it, so that's quite good. Okay. Further up the road, by the looks of it, or not? Maybe. Maybe. Or even 2. Okay, so this one was literally resolved with ease. Where's the other one? Well, I'm not going to go back there. Okay, so it must be around here. Gained plenty of experience in destroying harpies, but no experience in finding those glyphs. Non-existent. Like literally zilch. The true nature of orcs. Look at that. Banned edition. I like that. Banned edition. I found it literally in the woods. The true nature of orcs. Orcs are born during the latter days of the Dawn era. History has mislabeled them beast folk related to the goblin races, but the orcs actually are the children of Trinimac, strongest of the Ultimary ancestor spirits. When Trinimac was eaten by the Daedric prince Botila and transformed in that foul god's insides, the orcs were transformed as well. The ancient name for the orcs is Orsima, which means the pariah folk. Then I follow Moloch, the remains of Trinimac, or is it Trinimac? Who is Moloch? He is more commonly known as the Daedric prince Malakatath, whose sphere is the patronage of the spurned and ostracized, the sworn oath and the bloody curse. He is technically a Daedric lord, nor do the other Daedra recognize him as such, but this is fitting for his sphere. Of old he was the Trinimac, the champion of the High Elven Pantheon, in some places more popular than Ori-El, who protected them against the enemies without and within. When Trinimac and his followers attempted to halt the Velothi dissident movement, Bothaia ate him. Well, it's like a cannibalistic type of enemy. Trinimac's body and spirit were corrupted, and he emerged as Makalath. His followers were likewise changed for the worse, despised by everyone, especially in the inviolate Ori-El. They quickly fled to the northern waste near Sadal. They fought Nords and Kaima for a place in the world, but did not get much in. In Skyrim, Malakath is called Orki, or Old Knocker, and his battles with Asmir are legendary. Directive. This vile anti-orc propaganda that traditional is now banned throughout the Daggerfall Covenant. Administrators are the only characters to see it. Well, I've read it. I've read the banned edition of The True Nature of Orcs. So I'm glad I went here and picked it up. That's probably a real treasure. Right, so we need to look for... yeah. It should be that. Oh, it's there, I think, isn't it? It must be down here. Where else could it be? I find it difficult to see this arrow. Can you see it in here? I can't see it at all. So it must be down here. Find the eastern glyph, so it can't be. Ah, it's hiding in here. Boo! Wasn't too difficult to find it, I have to admit. So we need to reveal the tomb entrance. Glyph of Bravery. This harpy looks a bit different. But let us see the tomb entrance. That's probably what it is. No, we need to get rid of this. Oh, I see. So that's the tomb entrance. So let's literally run the corner. Fair enough. We'll be able to find that easily. And that must be... yeah, that must be in here where these dreadful harpies are. But we are more than well equipped to tackle them. Bear with me, I just need to see some messages coming in. And that's it, harpies are done and dusted. But I'm not. So the entrance must be here. What else? And we'll do a bit of mining before we go up there. What is this? Hidden Dragon on entrance, activate! Okay, the tomb door's there. Glyph of Honor, use. Glyph of Scales, use. Okay. Not sure what we need to do. It's a puzzle. Didn't work. No. Be difficult to remember them all, the sequence. No, that's not the one I wanted. See, we'll try that one first. No, it's a sequence actually, yeah. I thought it would be. Which is usually the issue. No. Yeah, it's obvious that you need to be using all three, and I was just thinking of Marilyn Monroe, I think, or something like that. Completely unrelated. It's nice and easy, and I kept trying to crack the puzzle whilst the answer to it was written to my right. Dragon Guard Tomb. So that sounds good. I'll take a short break in a minute, and then once we come back we may continue. Let's see what is to be done here. Search the tomb. Well, first of all, we'll take a screenshot of this tomb. Is there anything for us to discover? Yes, there is. And that's what I think our friend really wants. Dragon Guard chest. Open. Search the Dragon Guard tomb. Talk to Kasura. Okay. So that's all done. We can go back to Kasura, see what she wants. Yeah.
Ah, there you are.
Kasura is just up here. That's pretty good.
It appears you were as successful as I. Did your tomb contain anything of note?
Yes, indeed, I found a map to a Dragon Guard sanctuary.
Interesting. I found a similar map, but to a different location. This might be exactly what my former student was hoping for. will you come with me to the Abbey of Blades?
The Abbey of Blades?
It is my home and heart, where I have had the privilege of training many fine blade masters. My most accomplished student will meet us there. We can give him the maps to both sanctuaries and let him decide on the next course of action.
You're being rather secretive about this former student.
I think it best if my student introduces himself, in his own way. Here, you should carry both maps and present them to him yourself. Come, I acquired horses to speed us on our journey.
Very well, let's ride to the Abbey of Blades.
We can depart for the Abbey of Blades as soon as you're ready.
I'm not riding the horse for long because the game's bringing me forward. If you played Red Dead Redemption Oblivion, you'd realize or remember that you were to mount a horse and then you go through all sorts of areas. So we have traveled to this area. We can't see Kasura, but the student is there, I think. I know that Kasura's there. Okay.
Behold, my home and heart, the Abbey of Blades.
The Abbey of Blades. Look at it. It's amazing.
Many blade masters earned their titles on these hallowed grounds. My student waits inside. I think he'll be pleased to receive the maps you carry. My student waits inside. I'm sure the maps we found will prove useful to his endeavors.
Farewell, madam. Excuse me, I don't know what's happening. So that probably will be somewhere in there. Why is it not telling me that the student's there? We heard that he's inside. Inside. No, we can't go in. So it must be that building in there then. Here's the student, okay.
Kasura sent word to expect you. Come, let us speak.
Look at him, really. I'll take a screenshot of this, but I can't really position myself correctly. All three of us here. Nah, it's alright. Right, my friends, I want to have my dinner, and that means we'll take a break for about half hour or so, and then once we come back, we'll continue with Gears of War 5. We are going to be carrying on with our Elder Scrolls adventure tomorrow, and Gears of War is also an integral part of this freebie weekend, Easter weekend, and you can access it through either Xbox Game Pass if you're a subscriber on the Ultimate, or through Xbox Live Gold, as it is offered free of charge throughout the weekend, I think inclusive of tomorrow and on Monday, and you are going to be able to play everything that the game provides you with, and that is the multiplayer, the campaigns, and all other niceties. So we'll engage with that a bit later. So thank you very much for watching, for coming tonight, and for being our dedicated community members. Thank you also for watching our industry news early on Mixer, and we'll catch up a bit later after my dinner. On that note, I wish you all a very, very good night.